What is that? Seriously, what is going on over there? Are you diffusing something?
No, I'm just optimizing. I'm testing the friction coefficient on the sliding elements of this jacket. It has 20 zippers.
20? Of course it does. You look less like you're about to have a conversation and more like you're about to transport state secrets. Are you a walking suitcase? Is this that utility-style fashion you were talking about?
It is the absolute pinnacle of utility style, and it is so practical. I mean, every single zipper, every pocket, it has a purpose.
A purpose?
Yes. Phone, keys, wallet, obviously, but also my emergency provisions. Look, this bucket right here, spare batteries. And this one, extra socks.
Extra socks.
You never know when you'll encounter an unexpected aquatic event. And wet socks are, I think we can all agree, the absolute worst.
I can't argue with the logic of dry feet. I do respect the dedication, but you are wearing what looks like an architectural blueprint. Why not just, a backpack?
A backpack is separate. It's an accessory. This is integration. It's maximum preparedness, maximum organization, minimum footprint. I might look a little busy.
A little busy.
But I'm efficiently dressed. And that brings us perfectly to our topic today.
Oh, good. A transition.
Because whether you look like a walking Swiss Army knife like me, or you're just wearing a plain t-shirt, our goal today is to give you, our listener, the vocabulary to talk about any outfit with absolute precision.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to English Friends Chat. We are your hosts, Emma and Ryan.
And we're getting into the details of what we wear and how we talk about it.
Indeed. Because clothes, they aren't just about covering up, are they? They're this profound form of communication. They tell a story.
Exactly. A story about who we are, what we're doing. Is the story, I'm a professional? Is it, I'm relaxed? Or, in my case,
is it, I am fully prepared for a logistical challenge and a flash flood?
My story is definitely multi-pocketed today. So, yeah, our mission is clear. We're going to explore the language of clothing, from the tiniest details of, the fabric's texture, all the way up to the really tricky verbs we use every single morning.
We want to give you that shortcut to sounding like you really know your stuff when it comes to fashion vocabulary.
Clothes really do communicate before you even say a single word. And in English, the words we use can be surprisingly nuanced and full of these little regional traps.
Oh, absolutely. So I think we've got to start there. We have to start where the most embarrassing linguistic pitfalls happen, crossing the Atlantic.
Okay, let's unpack this. Let's jump straight into the regional differences that still trip people up all the time.
And it's not just about learning a different word. It's about understanding a completely different social context. The number one example, the quintessential one, has to be the pants problem.
Oh, the pants problem. We have to clarify this. We could be saving listeners from some serious social disasters here.
We really could.
So in American English, the word is pants. P-A-N-T-S. It's the standard default word for any clothing you wear on your legs. Jeans are pants, slacks are pants, the things I'm wearing right now, pants.
Right. Simple. Makes sense. But the second you get off a plane in the UK, that word, it shifts dramatically.
It really does. In the UK, pants means one thing and one thing only.
Underwear.
Undergarments, knickers. So you are not talking about their outerwear.
Not at all. And you can just imagine the scene, can't you?
Oh, easily.
Yeah.
You're in some high-stakes business meeting in London. You want to be friendly, build some rapport. You lean over to your colleague and say, hey, those are some fantastic pants you're wearing today.
And the silence would just be deafening. They would be completely mortified, thinking you just made this incredibly inappropriate comment about their underwear. The level of potential embarrassment is just astronomical.
So, yeah, the key takeaway for any learner is this. If you are talking to British English speakers or you're in the UK, you have to switch your vocabulary. The correct word, the safe word, is trousers.
Trousers. Trousers. And that is really the globally safe option. If you're ever in doubt, just use trousers. Nobody will misunderstand trousers.
Right. So we've covered the lower half. What about our feet? The footwear situation also has a bit of a divide.
It does. We're talking about athletic shoes, casual shoes. In the U.S., the common term is sneakers.
Which I love as a word.
Yeah.
So descriptive, right? A shoe with a soft rubber sole that lets you sneak around quietly.
It's a great image. But the British don't think about the effect. They think about the purpose. They call them trainers.
Trainer.
Trainers. The name tells you exactly what they're for. Physical training, exercise, sport. It's a very purpose-driven name.
So you have function versus effect. Trainers for training, sneakers for sneaking. Both make sense.
And both are totally fine, but you'll definitely hear one more than the other depending on where you are.
Okay, another big one for casual wear.
Yeah.
That cozy thing with a hood attached.
The hoodie.
The hoodie, Hoodie. I mean, the full technical name is a hooded sweatshirt. But does anyone actually say that?
Only if you're writing the label for the inside of a garment. In real life, it's a hoodie, and it's a great example of a word that's just exploded into the standard language.
It really has. It's gone from just being for sports to like high fashion. It's everywhere. It's a key part of that whole athleisure look.
Athleisure, right. That blend of athletic wear and leisure wear.
Which I would argue my zipper jacket is a form of, a very aggressive form. You use it performance material.
It certainly performs.
Which brings us to another subtle distinction. One-piece outfits. We're talking jumpsuits versus overalls.
Ah, yes. This is a good one. It's about both aesthetics and structure.
So overalls.
Yeah.
What's the deal there?
Overalls are workwear, fundamentally. They're rugged, usually made of a thick denim or canvas, and they're designed to be really durable, and you almost always wear a shirt underneath.
Right, they have that classic bib front with the straps. You think of farmers, mechanics, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Exactly. Function and durability. A jumpsuit, on the other hand, is a fashion item. It's a complete styled outfit. It's usually made from softer materials like silk or cotton blends.
So less for manual labor, more for a night out.
Precisely. Think 1970s disco or, very chic, modern, formal wear. It's a statement.
And I guess a pilot's jumpsuit would suit my zipper-loving personality pretty well.
It absolutely would.
Okay, so I think we've navigated the big regional traps. Now that we know what to call the basic items, let's get into describing them. The visual part.
Yes, because we don't just wear a shirt. We wear a shirt with a specific visual identity, which is its pattern, P-A-T-T-E-R-N. This is where the language gets really rich.
Let's start with a classic, something playful, a little bit retro, polka dots.
Polka dot, a great one. It's very specific. Small, evenly spaced, symmetrical circles all over the fabric.
It's not just random spots. The symmetry is key. It feels very intentional.
It does. It has that sort of 1950s vibe, doesn't it? Very cheerful.
Definitely. Okay, so from circles to lines, the stripe pattern.
Stripes. Probably the most fundamental pattern, like a zebra or a classic French sailor shirt.
But the direction of the stripe.
Yeah.
That's a whole conversation in itself. You've got vertical stripes running up and down.
And horizontal stripes running side to side. And this brings up that famous piece of fashion advice or fashion lore, maybe?
The rule, the one everyone's heard. Vertical stripes make you look taller and thinner.
And horizontal stripes are accused of the opposite, making you look wider.
Right. It's this piece of advice that's just, it's everywhere. But let's apply some critical thinking here. Does it really matter?
I would argue not really, not if you love how you feel in it. I mean, some studies have shown the effect is tiny, or even the opposite, depending on how wide the stripes are.
So the takeaway for you, our listener, should be what?
Wear the stripes you love. Just know how to describe them. Know the difference between vertical and horizontal. But don't let some old, dubious fashion rule stop you from wearing something that makes you happy.
I love that. Excellent advice. Okay, now let's get a little more complex. Let's talk about squares. This is where plaid and checkered come in.
And they are not the same thing. People use them interchangeably, but they're distinct.
So checkered, what's the definition?
Checkered is the simple one. Think of a chessboard or a gingham pattern, like on a picnic blanket. It's just simple, uniform squares, usually in two colors, black and white, red and white, very clean.
A simple block pattern. Got it. So plaid.
Plaid, P-L-A-I-D, is way more complex. Technically, plaid refers to tartan, the pattern from Scotland.
So like a kilt.
Exactly. It's defined by these intersecting lines of different colors and different thicknesses. They're woven together, so you get this layered, kind of shattered effect.
So it's the visual complexity. You see squares inside of squares,
Yeah.
and the colors kind of blend where the lines cross over.
That's the key. If you're looking at a flannel shirt with like green and blue and yellow lines all crossing each other, that's plaid.
It gives you that rugged outdoorsy feel. The lumberjack shirt.
Right. So simple, uniform squares. Checkered. Complex, multicolored, woven lines. Plaid.
Okay, let's add a few more for the advanced class. Let's go beyond the geometric stuff.
How about something more organic? Floral.
Ah, classic. A design based on flowers and leaves. A very springtime look.
Definitely. And then there are some really interesting, more abstract patterns, like houndstooth.
Houndstooth. Houndstooth. It's got a great name.
It does. It's that pattern of broken checks, kind of like abstract four-pointed shapes. You often see it on tweed jackets. It feels very classic, very academic.
And then for something really flowing and ornate, you have paisley.
Paisley. P-A-I-S-E-Y. That intricate, curved teardrop shape. It has Persian origins, I believe. It's very decorative, very rich.
You see it on ties and scarves a lot.
Exactly. And now, what about the most important pattern of all?
Which is,
The absence of a pattern.
yes, the plain garment. Plain.
A plain shirt, a plain pair of trousers. It just means it's a solid uniform color. No design on it at all.
Then let's be very clear.
Right.
Plain does not mean boring.
Not at all.
Plain means classic. It means versatile. A plain garment is often the foundation you need to, balance out a more complex piece.
Like, for instance, a jacket with 20 zippers. You'd want a plain shirt underneath that.
Precisely. That plain, solid color stops the whole look from becoming, chaos. It gives the eye a place to rest.
The visual resting place. I like that.
Okay, here's where it gets really interesting for me. We're moving beyond how clothes look to what they're actually made of, the material.
Yes. This is so crucial. It dictates the feel, the performance, how you care for it. It's about the whole sensory experience.
Let's start with the basics, the natural fibers. Cotton?
Cotton. Cotton. Everyone knows cotton. It's soft, it's breathable, it comes from a plant.
Your basic t-shirt is cotton. Your underwear is cotton. It's everywhere. The breathability is the main thing, right? It lets your skin breathe.
It does, because it absorbs moisture. That's why it's so good for warm weather. But we can go deeper. There's standard cotton, and then there are premium types like Pima or Egyptian cotton.
And what's the difference there?
The length of the fiber. Longer fibers mean the fabric is softer, stronger, and doesn't pill as much, get those little fuzzy balls on it. It's a detail that really elevates the quality.
Good to know. Okay, from plants to animals, the king of warmth, wool.
Wool, WL,
Hey.
from sheep. Essential for cold weather, sweaters, coats, suits.
And its warmth comes from how the fibers are, right? They're sort of crimped.
Exactly. They have a natural wave to them that traps air, and that trapped air is what creates the insulation. It keeps you warm, but it has one very famous drawback.
The itch, the dreaded itchiness. It can make you want to just scratch your skin off.
But again, there are levels. The itchiness comes from how thick the wool fiber is. Standard, coarse wool can be very scratchy.
But the good stuff isn't.
The good stuff isn't. High-end wools like merino or cashmere are made from much, much finer fibers. Merino wool is so soft, it's used for high-performance athletic base layers. It regulates temperature, and it's naturally odor-resistant.
In cashmere. That's from goats, right?
It is, and it's famous for being incredibly soft and light, but still unbelievably warm. It's the luxury option that solves the scratchiness problem.
Okay, let's move to another luxury material.
Silk. Silk. S-I-L-K. From silkworms. The key words here are smooth and shiny. It has a beautiful drape.
What do you mean by drape?
Drape is how a fabric hangs or falls against the body. Silk just flows. It doesn't hold a stiff shape. It feels almost like liquid against your skin.
Well, it's high maintenance.
Oh, very. It's expensive. It's fragile. It usually needs to be dry cleaned. You can't just toss it in the washing machine. It wrinkles if you just look at it the wrong way.
So beautiful, but a lot of work.
The definition of it.
We have to talk about the modern workhorse fabrics, too. The synthetics.
We do. These are man-made fibers, usually from petroleum, and they're essential for most modern clothing, especially activewear. The big two are polyester and nylon.
Polyester. Polyester. It gets a bad rap sometimes, but it's amazing stuff.
It is. It's cheap, it's durable, it doesn't wrinkle easily, and most importantly, it's hydrophobic.
Meaning it repels water.
Right, so it dries incredibly fast. That's why it's used for workout clothes. It wicks moisture. It pulls sweat away from your skin to the surface of the fabric so it can evaporate.
And nylon is similar, but even stronger, right?
Incredibly strong and very lightweight, which leads to specialized materials like Gore-Tex. It uses a membrane, often based on nylon, that's both waterproof and breathable.
Ah, Gore-Tex. My current jacket has a synthetic nylon membrane in the seams to ensure, that the contents of my 20 pockets stay perfectly dry, especially the emergency socks.
See? That's how you use performance vocabulary, perfectly integrated.
Let's talk about stretch. That's a huge part of modern clothes.
It is. The magic material there is elastane, which is also known as spandex. It's the fiber that's blended into other fabrics to give them that stretch and recovery.
It's what allows jeans to be tight but still let you move.
Exactly. Yoga pants, skinny jeans, fitted shirts. They almost all have a little bit of elastane in them to maintain their shape and provide comfort.
And speaking of jeans, we should loop back to denim. We mentioned it with overalls.
Right, that strong blue fabric. But even within denim, there are categories. You have rigid denim, which is unwashed, very stiff. You have to break it in.
What does that mean, break it in?
It means you wear it a lot. The stiff fabric gradually softens and molds to your body, and it develops these unique fade patterns based on how you move. Denim fans are obsessed with that.
And the other kind.
Is stretch denim, which is just denim blended with elastane for immediate comfort. No break-in period required.
Okay, so we have the material. Now we need to talk about how that material is shaped and how it sits on the body. The fit.
The fit. It's the relationship between the garment size and your body shape. And the vocabulary here is very specific.
We mentioned baggy, too big, very loose, and tight, very close to the skin. But there's a lot of room in between.
There is. Most clothes today fall into a few main categories of fit. There's relaxed fit, which is generous, lots of room for maximum comfort.
Then regular fit.
Right, the standard classic cut. Not too loose, not too tight, just normal. And then slim fit.
Which is cut closer to the body, right? Through the chest and the waist. It follows your shape more without being skin tight.
Precisely. And for trousers, you have even more terms, like tapered, which means it gets narrower towards the ankle, or straight leg, where the width is the same all the way down.
Or cropped, which means it's intentionally cut to end above your ankle.
All of these are essential words if you're shopping or getting something tailored.
This brings us to a really important conceptual point, the difference between it fits and it suits you.
Yes, this is so important. They're not the same thing, and mixing them up can lead to a lot of confusion.
So it fits. Let's define that.
It fits is objective. It's purely about size. Can you physically put the garment on? Can you move in it without it cutting off your circulation? If a shoe is the right size for your foot, it fits. End of story.
Even if it's the ugliest shoe in the world.
Even if it's a giant clown shoe, if your foot goes in comfortably, it fits. It has nothing to do with how it looks.
Right. But it suits you is the opposite. It's totally subjective. It's about aesthetics.
It means the garment complements you. It works with your personality, your style, your skin tone, your body shape. It looks good on you.
So a tailor can tell you a suit fits perfectly, but you might look in the mirror and decide the color just doesn't suit you. It makes you look pale.
A perfect example. So let's test this. Your utility jacket. Does it fit?
It fits. It's a size, large, plenty of room. I can move my arms freely. It definitely fits.
And does it suit you?
It absolutely suits me. It suits my personality, my need to be prepared for anything, my love of organization. It is an external expression of my internal filing system.
A perfect demonstration. The fit is physical, the suitability is personal and aesthetic.
Okay, now that we've covered all the nouns and adjectives, we have to tackle the verbs. And this is often the hardest part, the phrasal verbs for clothing.
It really is, because the meaning can change so much with just one little preposition. But the most important distinction, the number one mistake we need to correct, is action versus state.
You're talking about put on versus wear.
Exactly. Put on is the action. It's a physical movement that takes, 5 seconds? I'm putting on my coat now. It's the process of getting dressed.
It's the start of the process. Wear, on the other hand, is the state. It's the condition of having the clothes on your body. It lasts all day.
You put on your jeans once in the morning, then you wear them for the next 12 hours.
If you say, I put on my jeans all day, it sounds like you spent the entire day in a state of taking them off and putting them back on again.
Which would be a very strange and exhausting workout. So the difference is crucial for sounding natural.
And at the end of the day, the opposite action of put on is
Take off. I'm going to take off my shoes. Put on, wear, take off. That's the whole life cycle.
But before you even buy the clothes, there's another key action.
Yes. In the shop. You have to try on.
To try on is to test the clothing for size and style before you buy it. You do it in the fitting room or the changing room.
I'm not sure if this will fit. I need to try it on first. It's that experimental phase.
Let's talk about the verbs for formality. Using the word dress.
Right. When you need to wear something fancy for a special occasion, you dress up.
A wedding, a formal party, an important interview. You dress up. It means you're wearing your best, most formal clothes, a suit, a nice dress.
And, as you touched on, it has that second meaning, which is to wear a costume. What are you dressing up as for Halloween? Context makes it clear.
And the opposite of dressing up is dressing down.
To dress down is to choose casual, relaxed clothes, jeans, a hoodie, sweatpants. A lot of offices have a dress down Friday where you don't have to wear formal work clothes.
This whole system of formality brings us to those two great adjectives that describe a social misstep. Overdressed and underdressed.
It's all about context and balance. If you show up to a casual beach picnic wearing a full tuxedo, you are.
You are very, very overdressed. Your clothes are way too formal for the situation.
And if you turn up to a fancy wedding wearing swim shorts and a tank top, you are.
Definitely underdressed. Your clothes are far too casual for the expected level of formality.
And knowing how to dress up or down appropriately to avoid being overdressed or underdressed is a pretty important social skill.
Absolutely. Okay, I think we have covered a huge amount of ground here.
We have. Let's try to put it all together with a little practical exercise, a role play.
A role play. Okay, let's practice giving a compliment using some of this new vocabulary.
All right, I'll start. I have to say, that jacket, it's really something. I really like the structured fit of it, and the heavy cotton material looks incredibly durable. It really suits your preparedness philosophy.
Huh, thank you. Suits my preparedness philosophy.
Yeah.
I'm going to use that. That is an excellent advanced compliment. All right, my turn. I really like your shirt. The pattern. Is that a subtle herringbone? It's got that wonderful texture. It looks great on you.
It is. Wow, good eye. It's a wool blend herringbone. Herringbone's another great pattern word. It's those rows of V's, like a fish skeleton. Thanks for noticing the technical details.
See, for everyone listening, it's that easy. I really like your feet, and then add a detail about the material, the fit, or the pattern.
Let's do a quick recap. Let's synthesize the biggest takeaways from our discussion.
Okay. Number 1, the UK-US divide. Trousers is the safe global word for what Americans call pants, because pants means underwear in the UK, and it's sneakers versus trainers.
Number 2, patterns. We know the difference between simple checkered squares and complex woven plaid, and we've added polka dots, houndstooth, and paisley to our vocabulary.
Number 3, materials. We talked about breathable cotton, warm but potentially itchy wool, versus soft merino, shiny silk, and performance synthetics like polyester.
Number 4, we defined fit, going beyond baggy and tight to slim fit and tapered. And we now understand the crucial difference between something that fits you and something that suits you.
And finally, number 5, the verbs. Put on is the action, wear is the state. We know how to dress up, dress down, and hopefully avoid being overdressed or underdressed.
I think that's a really solid toolkit for talking about style with confidence.
So now it is your turn, listener. We want you to put this into practice right away.
It's time for our final thought, our question of the day.
What is your absolute favorite piece of clothing that you own? Think about it. Is it a perfectly tailored jacket? A pair of rugged old jeans? Maybe a super cozy hoodie you just can't bear to part with?
And we want you to try and describe it using the vocabulary we've talked about today. Don't just say, my blue jacket.
Yeah, try to say something like, my favorite item is my slim fit, rigid denim jeans, because after years of wearing them, they've developed a really unique fade that just suits my casual style perfectly.
Because at the end of the day, your clothes are a language. They tell a story about you before you even open your mouth. We hope that now you have more words to tell that story accurately and confidently in English.
Thank you so much for joining us for this exploration of language and fashion.
Stay stylish, stay comfortable, and keep practicing.
Catch you next time.